everyone. Mike Domagowski, president of the Michigan Elementary and Middle School Principals Association, back at you once again as part of these MEMSPA Minutes. We are going to get rolling because we have a wonderful guest today. With me today is Mr. Verl Gilbert. He is the principal of Hahn Intermediate in Davison Community Schools. Wonderful guy. He is our tech chair on MEMSPA on our board of directors. So welcome, Verl. Glad to have you on the MEMSPA Minutes.
Mike, it's great to be here. Love to talk MEMSPA. Love to talk MEMSPA Chat as well.
Oh, for sure. And we're going to get right into that. So for those of you that don't know, Verl runs MEMSPA Chat now. MEMSPA Chat started when, Verl? Back in 2014, we started that, right?
Yeah. Yes, that was started by Mike. Mike, you did a great job with that. Thank you.
Yeah. So a team runs it now, headed by Verl and MEMSPA Chat. Let's just talk about that for a minute, Verl. MEMSPA Chat's on Twitter, 8 o'clock. I'll let you talk about MEMSPA Chat. How's it going? What it's all about, and so on and so forth.
Hey, we've had some awesome topics here since August with our MEMSPA Chat. I'm just going to highlight some of the topics that we've had and some of the people that have popped in. You know, Jay Billy, culturally responsive teaching, Dan Butler, permission to be great, Kevin Armstrong, tips for communicating with staff, and then some local principals, which I think is great for us as well to have some of that national level as well as some of the local level principals. Principals like Becky and Jeff Hager talking about families, Carmen Maring and Crystal Hawkins talking about their influence on the state conference. It's been, and Allison Apsey as well. We've got Ben Gilpin coming up. A great mixture of both state leaders as well as national leaders. Thursdays, 8 o'clock to 8:30 is when the chat goes. 4 questions has been really nice for our chat. It allows a real fast and furious response. But then there's also that learning that goes along with it as well, where you can read the responses of other people.
Yeah, that's the nice part about it, is it's always right there. If you have not used tweetdeck.com, go to TweetDeck instead of going to Twitter. I highly encourage you to do that. And then you can follow that chat. It uploads live. So there's no refreshing. And 8 o'clock to 8:30 on Thursdays, correct, MEMSPA Chat?
That's correct. We have some up and coming topics here. Craig McCullough is going to talk about supporting LGBTQ students. Jen David Lang from The Main Idea is going to chat with us, as well as our soon-to-be president-elect, Deetra Fields, talking about diversity, equity, inclusion. Again, local principals, national principals are going to be, and educational leaders are going to be chiming in with us over the second half of our MEMSPA Chat time period.
Cool. And I appreciate all that, Verl. The local principals are really, there's a lot of expertise there. That's really valuable information. It's great to collaborate and partner with them because we're right in the field doing the work, right? And then also the national leaders. You talked about Jay Billy, or I think you mentioned Mr. Anderson, and who was another one? Dan Butler. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Butler.
I know Dan really well out of Iowa. Just read his book. Wonderful guy, wonderful book. So those national speakers as well are really important from a national scope. Talk about, is that really the focus this year? Because I know we've always done like the local principals. We've got a speaker here and there from like the middle level conference, annual conference, summer leadership. We usually get someone like that to try to do a MEMSPA Chat. Are there any sponsors or any partners with MEMSPA that are involved in the chat yet? Or how does that work?
You know, we have tried to highlight our sponsors for during our chats. Playworks is going to have their own chat as well. But we've also highlighted Violet Defense, as well as College Board. Life Touch is a huge sponsor. I think giving a shout out to them during our chat is important. They take the time to partner with us to support principals and students and teachers in Michigan. And so as a team, we kind of discussed it and thought it'd be a great way to give them a shout out for their help and assistance.
Yeah, and MEMSPA doesn't survive obviously without its members, but also without its sponsors and partners as well. So I think that's extremely important to not only just not necessarily highlight a chat all around it, and that's okay because we're not trying to sell a product on MEMSPA Chat. However, it's making you aware that something's out there to support you and your students and your staff and your school. It's okay to not buy the product, but at least to explore it, because a lot of times when we see this either as an ad just a sponsorship, a tweet, a whole chat. We don't necessarily know what that company or that partner is about. And just to give them an opportunity to say, okay, this is who we are. Hey, that might work in my building. You know, that's a great way to partner with a sponsor with MEMSPA. So it's good that you're doing that as well.
Yeah, that's what we've really tried to do recently. We just had a REMC one on Playdate, and it wasn't necessarily selling the Playdate, but selling the idea of digital teacher exploration and effective PD, but also highlighting that coming up here is a Playdate professional development put on by MEMSPA in partnership with REMC for the betterment of not only just educational leaders, but also teachers as well.
Awesome. Awesome, Burl. You've done a great job taking this chat to a new direction. The half an hour is great because it's fast, it's quick, a lot of leading and learning going on in the chat. It's not just, watching off to the side, but you've done a great job with it. So I'm really proud of where you've taken it. Your team has taken it. And I just wanted to say thank you again for that. Thursday's 8 o'clock, right?
Thursdays at 8 o'clock. Again, a shout out to the MEMSPA Chat team. They've been awesome to work with and to help promote this, as well as to contact our moderators to get them up and running. I also want to put a shout out there that if anybody has not joined our chat, we welcome novice to the Twitter worlds. Pop on, check it out, follow the hashtag MEMSPA Chat, like, retweet. It does go fast with a half hour. So if you're not answering every question, it's okay, but you're going to find that you're learning a lot from others and contributing once you feel comfortable sharing. So again, if you're a novice to it, jump right in, or feel free to reach out and contact myself or anybody else on our team.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great stuff, Burl. I appreciate you and all you're doing for the MEMSPA board, the MEMSPA membership, MEMSPA Chat. So thank you to Burl Gilbert for joining us today on MEMSPA Minutes. This post on YouTube, go ahead and check out the channel on YouTube, MEMSPA TV. But thanks to Burl, not only the principal of Hahn Intermediate in Davison, but he's also the tech chair for the board of directors on the Michigan Elementary and Middle School Principals Association. So once again, thank you, Burl. Thank you, everyone, for listening and joining. Burl, you're the man.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, man. To everybody else there listening and watching this, thank you so much for joining. We'll check you out next time. Thank you very much.